Welcome back once again to Spirituality with a Spin. I am Ryan Keys, your host. Better late than never. As I already told you, I gave you a heads up and a little taste of what I'm going to be talking about earlier today to let you know that I'm working around the clock diligently so that we are going to be able to go from our day to day. I'm trying to help you to help yourself. That has been my motto all along. I am a teacher, never a master. If you meet a master on the road, run. Once you come to terms that something or someone is a master, it's time to move on. Now, in the course of any of these things, you've heard the phrase, it is better to teach a man to fish so that he will eat for a lifetime rather than to give him a fish so that he eats for a day. So everything I do is to perpetuate progression so that you can push through to the present and you can break those past patterns and you can be here in the now. We can sit side by side looking into that grand opportunity that exists in front of us, manifesting and co-creating as we go, changing the world from the bottom up and the top down, meeting in the middle where the Sacred Heart is going to be straight from source. Now, as you know, May 24th started the ignition of the Sacred Heart. Now, if you are looking for twin flame, soulmate, divine love, inspiration, explanation, or insight, we'll try to help you find it. But first, you have to be willing to do the work. Because if you're not willing to do the work, I can't promise that anything will work out. Don't go looking to put a rose in a broken vase. You feel me on that? You know what I'm saying? So if I myself am broken, thinking that I'm going to meet Mr. or Mrs. Right, and I roll out looking for that, even if I meet them, what am I going to do with them? Break them? Because if I'm broken, my chances are that it's going to break something with them. Now, you got to be learning to fix yourself. Fix your damn self. So, how do we do that? We're diligent. We do things daily. You take a bath, you brush your teeth, you put on your shoes. So put on your armor. Put on your intelligence. Put on your emotional intelligence and fire up your heart. Because that is the kitchen of the can-dos. That is the very thing that will see you through. It is the secret, and it is powered by source. So if you have experienced a twin flame awakening or the ascension symptoms, or you are shifting and you're just beginning to ask what the hell is going on, I've got news for you. Welcome aboard. We are on the love train, and look out, baby, because we need to get there, and we are going to get there like it or not. It's not going to be easy. It's going to take work, but I will tell you, you do the work, it will work out every time. Now, I will tell you from experience, I've seen many people that are hip deep in a twin flame situation, and they are going crazy. Separation, frustration, suffering. They've segmented themselves. They've pulled themselves away. They are wondering why, woe is me, what do? I don't know what to do. I'm telepathically connected and I can't feel anything else, and this person is just pulling me. Well, once they begin to do the work on themselves, once they begin to see the we and the me and the me and the we, and they begin to connect with source, when they begin to dive in to service meaning the Dharma is your karma. Dharma meaning service to yourself, your family, your friends, your community, your city, your county, your state, your country, your world. You are a gardener. Don't get confused. You are a caretaker of this beautiful creation. You were given a gift. Don't take it for granted. So as they began to do the body basics, as they began to unfold, as they began to do the things that we've suggested throughout the entirety of this channel, they had an aha moment. They had an awakening. They suddenly realized what they had encountered was a catalyst. And I'm not saying every single one is a catalyst, but I am saying there will be many people that will come into your life just to shake it up, just to break it up, so you know where you stand, so you know where all that crap that you don't need will fall. And that is why we do what we do. And today we're going to talk about the little you. You see, I believe Just as you're suffering right now, just as you feel segregated, separated in a level of scarcity because society has programmed you to be this way, and you are not a being that has began this life in darkness. You started out as light, a little firefly. You started out as a torch, a vibrant, attractive, empathic, powered torch of imagination. And it wasn't until all the other nurturing stories began to nourish you into something that you are not. Now, some of you may have been lucky. Some of you may have received all the love and nourishing all the other things. And you might be love leaders, using light as a way to see and to clear and clarify everything that you need to help other people with. But I'm going to say many of you did not. Many of you were empathic. Many of you were in traffic. You were caught in the middle, portrayed into being a victim. And then you assumed that role. Nurtured, nourished, moving forward. Now, in the course of this, you lost sight of your connection. You lost sight of where the plug goes into the socket and lights it up. You're more focused on the switch at the top of the lamp, cutting on and off the light, not understanding the power that is at the plug, the place where it all began. So we're going to give you some tools and some tips to invigorate that imagination, that childlike faith, as that Yeshua talked about. Have the faith of a child. I believe it was Matthew 18:22-4 and Psalm something talked about to snuff out the life that exists in the eyes of the child. To make them transform into an adult is to do disservice to the being. Pardon my paraphrasing. I get a little excited. Now let me go on with the energy report, and then we will dive right into this. Are you ready for some energy, my friends? Are you ready? Because I pulled 2 cards, and these 2 cards will set us up for the week. These 2 cards are going to make you feel unique. The first card is Thoth. I don't think I need a Thoth, however you say it. I don't need to explain who he is, but I would love to say what this card has to do. It's basically drawing a concrete reminder to write. You've been receiving signs and feelings. Have you been writing them down? Because when you write them down, you can recollect, you can recollect, you can recalculate, you can redirect. So let this energetic card be a message that tells you to take action, to get out that pen and pad or that laptop and begin to write. Don't worry about punctuation, don't worry about grammar, don't worry about spelling. You just take care of all that later. You write till your heart's content. And this is actually part of my mirror work that I'm going to be coming out with, that everybody will be having an opportunity to get for free. This is the flow of mind, body, and soul. This is how you're going to roll it out. This is how you're going to learn how to express yourself so that you can see yourself on paper. I encourage you to experience a level of vulnerability. See your true self and write it down where nobody else is going to see it. A letter to the universe. And then when you're done, let it go, destroy it, and move forward. Now, I do encourage you to keep a daily journal about your feelings, your experiences, your intentions, your goals, your desires. Because these are the purpose that you can put forth. These help you project things into your intention board. You want to know what that is? Ask me. I don't do law of attraction anymore, or law of attraction boards. I don't want pictures from somebody else's brain. I want to manifest them myself, so I use words and concepts. Now, when you write something down, you're making it your law. You're making it your goal. For instance, if you write down your ideal vacation, your ideal relaxation, your ideal partner, your ideal situation, you're writing down something from the gut, from your goodness, because your soul sits in your stomach. So it's coming out through your pores, through your hands, through your eyes, and you are activating new neural pathways. You see, because science lied to us, you heard your brain doesn't regenerate. You heard your brain doesn't lay down new neural networks. But that was because they were letting the mice they were measuring sit still in a non-stimulated environment. Everything has changed now. There's new science. Your brain regenerates. Your brain is an engine that revolves around intuition and imagination and inspiration. You feel me? Writing is yet another way to trigger it because you don't do it anymore. How many of you even know if you've signed a check lately? So I encourage you, sit down and write it out. Let's create together. Now, the second energetic card that you might be feeling is the Archangel Michael. And the Archangel Michael says, you can do it. So whatever you're feeling a question about, you can do it. And I'm not saying that it's your twin flames going to roll into your life, because that's a two can do it, not a you. So this is directed at you, your efforts, your connection, your purpose, the I am inside of you. You can do. And Archangel Michael is saying you are qualified and ready to take the steps towards the desired outcome. You have what it takes to fulfill your dreams and your life's purpose. And he is telling you that you can do it. So get ready to make your move. Take action without delay or hesitation. Consider it to be valuable. It's a break. It's a big goal. It's a smaller step to another step so that you are on the right path. So let that perfectionism go and understand sometimes the path isn't paved. It's going to get a little rocky. But if you keep rolling forward, you will keep moving one step at a time. So Archangel Michael is with us as well. So if you needed that message, give me a shout out down below. If you feel that message, if you know someone that needs it, pass it on. I always say share. If you care, you share, right? So how do you even awaken your inner child? Because that's the most connected you have been to source ever. The moment you put your soul's feet into the flesh and you popped out down onto the foundation of this planet and you said, I am here, ground, hear me roar. Because if we lived with a true childlike wonder, what would it feel like? How important is that in your mind, body, and soul connection? A child isn't jaded. A child doesn't create worry. A child doesn't live with anxiety. A child doesn't manifest barriers instead of boundaries. The child's not focused on dis-ease. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. For instance, when you hit up into the yoga, Yoke, to join the heart, mind, body, and soul in a harmonious place, in an ancient art, in a science of universal happening, coming together, snapping you out into this present moment, connecting and collecting all the pieces of you into a one spot called the present moment. You keep things compartmentalized, you keep some stress in your back, you keep some anxiety in your thigh, you keep some wonder in your foot tapping, you keep some anger in your eye twitch, all those little places that you've compartmentalized where you've separated the mind and the body and all the little things that you've experienced. Well, you just get down into that child pose and let go and feel how that flows, where your head and your body and your everything melts into the earth and you surrender to truth and trust, where you are no longer separate. When those compartments open up and they are flooded with creation, when they are allowing your mind to rest, when your belly is rising and falling in wonder of the breath, relaxed, you feel that. Now, I've created some wonderful, wonderful meditations that help to get you those places. I want you to see the child inside. I want you to know that this is just a grand ride where you control it by being present, living with purpose, and allowing the passion that you had when you were a child, the curiosity, the creativity, the lack of judgment, not discernment. You could discern, but you learned as you went along. You incorporated other people's stories. So the first way I want you to learn about awakening the inner child is to have an exciting view of the world around you. Reset how your mind and your breath agreed to be. So when life hits you below the belt, when life puts you on pause, when life tries to poke you, tries to prod you, tries to say, hey, I'm coming for you. You can't change the circumstance, but you can change how you see it. You can't change if somebody tells you no, but you can switch on where you're going to go. I myself have been told many things. Hey, you know what? You're going to be 35% disabled because your back is messed up. No, I'm not. I have a different plan. I know that I can heal myself because I'm excited about it. And I feel if I put all my mind, energy, and effort into something, I can effectively get past this. And I know that tears are T-E-R-S, can be tears, T-E-I-R-S, to something terrific. I know that suffering can end up as salvation. I know that just because I fail doesn't mean I have fallen. I know this because I see through the child's eyes. I see through the mind of the child. You remember when Robin Williams went to Neverland and he was floating around? He couldn't figure out how to fly for the longest time until he had a food fight at the table and he began to see that childlike quality, that joy that just creeps in and replaces all that sadness, that electricity that comes in and just gives you gladness. There is something positive in laying down and awakening new neural pathways by stimulating this deep system of the brain, by allowing excitement, creativity, and passion. See things with a curiosity. See things with new eyes. Play. Do your risky business dance. Because, shit, I'll take my pants off and slide down the hall in my underwear and listen to old-time rock and roll because it makes me feel like I'm alive. Nobody sees me, just me. But I can see me through my mind's eye, and it feels good. The second thing I would like to talk about is your body, because your body is a big part of this. Your body holds a lot of these things, just like I was saying in the child pose of yoga, how it just melts all of the pressure. Trampolines, playing paintball, doing anything where you go like you do like the float. LA has a float thing where you float in saline. It's pretty freaking rad. Work out. Go do a boxing class. Do a Zumba class. You know what? I've done Zumba. I shake my little money maker in there and I feel good about it. Because physical fitness helps you connect to that fruit that is right there on the edge, ready to be picked. Because we get old in our mind because of stress. Get active. The truth, it lies in activity. Walk, jog, ride a bike, do something fun, have a water balloon fight, go to the beach, do a color run, something fun. Freeze tag. Get a bunch of people together and do that mannequin game where you take the picture in this video and you don't move. Oh, yeah. Do a flash mob. Do they still do those? They should, because I want to do a flash mob. There's a lot of things that you can do to awaken the child inside. Your mind, your heart. Your heart is a happy start. Your heart needs good medicine. Your heart likes to laugh. Go see a comedy show. Start just telling people you love them. Start being kind. Random acts of kindness. Random acts of compassion. You see, children are kind. Children have compassion. They don't learn greed and anger until we teach them. What about laughing yoga? Have you ever tried that? A little laughter. Maybe you'll try to laugh like Santa Claus. Because laughter is contagious. I want you to laugh so hard you're going to cry. That is some wonderful medicine. Only second to nature. You know what I'm saying? So, these are some ways that you can innervate the child to reconnect that wonderful, wonderful, wonderful energy that you came in here with. When you feel disconnected, understand you have tools, you have ideas, and people will tell you their feelings They will share their attitudes. But those are theirs. Unless you pack them up and bring them home, they stay where those people left them. Our problem is we take things personally. If someone cuts me off on the freeway, I take it personal, like they cut me off to hurt me, to stop me, to affect me. But my mind's eye says, no, they didn't. And my child's eyes say, oh my God, they were going so fast. I hope they were all right. That was a cool car. Somebody cuts in line in front of you at the store. You're like, what? That's my place. How could they do that? Seeing through the eyes of their heart. Well, I guess if they wanted it that bad, it's only a minute. I'm not going to suffer. Why am I going to let 1 minute out of this day be bad for the rest of my day? I'm going to leave that with them. Whatever is going on with them obviously has got them distracted. Through the eyes of a child. Well, I'm getting something right now. I'm in line at the store, so this is pretty freaking good regardless. Right? It's like a kid waiting in line at Disneyland to ride the Matterhorn or Indiana Jones. That line could be 3 hours long, and as soon as that kid gets in that ride, the line, he doesn't remember anything about the line. Us old crotchety adults that are angry, we're still halfway through the ride, and we're thinking about how long the line was. Why? Don't hold on to things. Let things go. It's not worth it. Do you want to die because you want to hold on to some aggression or some regret or some anger? Because I would like to summarize that you have made a soul contract, and everything that you are right now, you contracted to be. Everything that came across your doorstep, you allowed. You accepted. You actually agreed to. You sat down with a group of like-minded beings before you popped into this body, and you said, hey guys, let's do it like this. And you're like, Don, I kind of want to feel like that forgiveness feeling, so maybe if you, like when I'm like 12, punch me in the gut real good, and then I got to forgive you. And Don's like, I don't want to do that though, because I love you. Why would I do that? Because I want to feel forgiveness. And Don's like, oh, geez, okay. But you have to remember that I did it because you love you. See? That's how I see that arrangement going. So take your power back, people. Take your power back and reconnect to the soul, the source, that subtle nature of a child. Begin to behave with your Wonder Twin powers. If somebody cuts in front of you, or if somebody makes you mad, say to yourself, bump your knuckles behind your back and go, Wonder Twin powers activate, shape of a big purple gorilla that tells jokes. And you take their sadness and you think of the silly. You take their anger and you think of something awesome. You take their regret and you think of something righteous. You take that negative emotion that they're putting in your lap. Because the thing about it is, like attracts like. So if you allow that to sit with you, it's going to stay with you. Don't receive it. Don't accept it. Continue to move forward. Focus using powerful affirmations, using wonderful self-talk like, I value, I love myself, I can go at my own pace, everything is unfolding as it should. I go with the flow, I heal and grow, I am on my path, all is well, all is good, I am love, I am source, I am divine, I am right where I agreed to be. You feel that? It's a beautiful place, it has a lot of power there. So those are some tips for today. And I appreciate you. I love you. And I'm making something that all of you will be able to enjoy. We're going to expand the channel into some new territory soon. I'm excited about it. But I did bust my camera and my microphone today, so say a prayer that it will be replaced, because I feel naked without it. I had to kind of choke on that one. But yes, be a child. See through the eyes of a child. Take those tips. Run with it. And I will see you on the other side.